Good morning, dear teacher. My name is Isabel. In this opportunity, I'm going to explain about the use of the four tests for phrases. The constituent structure of sentences is identified by tests for phrases, so they help us understand how sentences are arranged in a clause and clauses in sentences. Then we have the following tests for phrases: ellipsis, substitution, transposition, and coordination. Ellipsis. Ellipsis means omission. So it is a linguistically appropriate omission of words that are mutually understood and they should not be spoken or written in the speech. Then it takes two or more clauses into account, deleted phrases that are repeated from one clause into the next one. There are some rules regarding the behavior of this test. I'm going to explain them with the following examples. First, Michael studied hard for a test, and so did I. I use the word did to avoid repeating the main verb in coordinated clause. Next, are your parents going to visit us this week? I think so. The speaker used so to avoid repeating the same phrase from the first sentence. Another example, I ate chicken and Nicholas beef. The speaker deleted the unnecessary information in the second occurrence. Also, Maria and Jose got married last week, and Maria and Jose had an awesome party. I have two clauses in the subject occur twist. Maria and Jose got married last week and had an awesome party. I omit the nouns in the second occurrence. The last one, did you buy the tickets for the concert? I forgot. When I use the verb forgot, I can omit the following phrases. Substitution. Substitution, it is another type of test focused to analyze that a single word can substitute multiple words together as a phrase. Typically, speakers can use words like want, so, or do to substitute words or phrases. For example, Marcos has a dog. He has a dog. So Marcos is a proper noun and it can be replaced by a personal pronoun. We have some rules to apply substitution, and I'm going to explain them with the following examples. First, would you like to try on those running shoes? No, I would like to buy a pair of the white ones. The word ones can substitute to running shoes because it does not affect its grammatical structure. Next, I don't like spicy food. Neither do I. So neither substitutes to noun phrases in a coordinated phrase. Next, Sarai called her mother, and so did Patricio. In that case, so substitute the action in the second clause. The last one, children would like to eat on classes, but they were punished from doing so. The author prefers to use so when he talks about an activity rather than a single action. Transposition. Transposition, also known as movement. So many sequences of words can move together into different slots in a clause where another grammatical function is assigned. Also, transposition is one of the tests that reveal if a given sequence of words make up a phrases or words that happen to come one after the other. I have 5 clauses and the same clauses into the transposed clauses. First, some gifts were delivered by Jose. In that example, the active clause can be transposed into passive clauses, and it is correct grammatically. Next, nowadays, I am closer to reach my goal. Transposition also applies to phrases without preposition. In that example, I transpose the adverb nowadays to the front of the clause. Another example, at the store some gifts were sold. Also, some prepositions can be moved to the beginning of the sentence, and this makes sense. After that, sometimes I go to the bed at 11 p.m. In that example, I transpose the adverb of frequency sometimes to the front of the clause. The last one, my very fast computer was delivered by my boss. Here, very fast is the modifier of computer. Coordination. Words of the same type can be coordinated. It means they can be joined by two or more elements known as conjunctions such as and or. I have the examples. First, Nicholas and his wife walk at work every day. In that case, Nicholas is a noun phrase of the one word, and his wife is a noun phrase of two words, but both of them belong to the same category of nouns. Second, the blending and dazzling night. In that case, the adjective phrase of a blending, and it is coordinated with the adjective phrase of a dazzling word. Next, Evelyn and Isabel studied English language. Both of them work hard to achieve their goals. In the second clause, I coordinated the first noun phrase Evelyn and Isabel with the conjunctions both of them, because coordination results from the use of the coordinated, the correlative conjunction, like in that case. Next, I bought some gifts and spent so much money. In that example, I conjoin verbs such as bought and spent in the same clause. The last one, I write a poem, Paul sings a song, and Doris plays the violin. In that case, I combined three main clauses into one because they are of the same type. For all the information exposed above, tests for phrases are useful in foreign language learning because they allow us to understand the sequences of words, phrases, and arrangement of clauses in a written and a spoken language to avoid constructed incorrect sentences and better understanding of the context, meaning in order for us to communicate effectively in our daily speech. Thanks a lot, dear teacher.